Yo. I see my name up in lights. Go hard or go home, no slacking in my sector. Just forget about the fortune, forget about the fame. Speak your truth and let that be the reason they remember your name.
Weight of the world tonight. Can you feel the pressure that builds inside? Can you feel it?
Coming up tonight on Max Wrestling.
Is Roman Reigns about to become Roman 4 belts? Will Seth frickin' Rollins or AJ Styles become your new WWE World Champion? AEW Collision is official, but will it be punkless? And we are just 1 week away from our next special event, Full House.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling, episode 426. This is your captain speaking, and I'm joined, as always, by Cali's own El Jefe, Moses Marquez. The Cap and Mo are reunited after a stellar job from the TSK last week. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, boy. The boys love it, and they're reunited, and it feels so good, as they say. You know, when stuff goes down in the real world, you know, we got to be parents. That's what happens, yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's how it goes. Sometimes we don't have the gloriousness of quiet, you know, to be able to do this thing. So the boys jumped in. You know, you helped us, we'll help you. It's a nice mutual thing. Plus, the boys are, truth be told, the boys are antsing to get back into kicking it with the TSK. We're just waiting for an opportunity.
I mean, there's plenty of AEW gone away.
Oh, yes, there is.
So we're going to get into our opening bell in just a moment. But speaking of bells, make sure you click that subscribe button on youtube.com/MaxWrestling. Follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to visit maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for all your Max Wrestling needs.
And that's right. This opening bell, let's start with it because it's the hottest thing happening right now. Collision. And again, could it be without Punk?
I doubt it.
Well, the rumors going around right now is he went from being the guy who's going to be the fucking face of this goddamn whole new thing and the brand and the reason for the brand split to I either want Ace Steel or I'm not coming back. So now they're at a standstill.
I find it highly convenient that this news breaks the same day they officially announced Collision.
Right. Or actually, if you think about it, the day that it got leaked by Warner Brothers.
Well, yeah, Warner wanted to announce it because, we all assumed it was going to be Tony Khan's big announcement. We've all known about it for months anyway, and then they just posted it on social media. I'm like, okay. I didn't even think it looked real until I checked above the image and it said AEW on TNT. Oh, okay, so it's their official page.
It is
because it looks so fan made.
It really does, because it gives you the total Nitro vibe.
Exactly the reason it looks fan made. It's like, oh, somebody just assumed it was going to look like Nitro, so they made a poster that looks like Nitro, and the logo looks like Nitro. Well, that's officially it. It is Nitro vibes, which I love.
What you're telling me is the same art director was there since the 90s. That's what you're telling me.
I still work with TNT.
Hey, good for you, bud. Good for you. I swear to God, when I first saw just the picture of it, before I read the press release, I saw the picture of it. I literally started hearing the Nitro theme in my head. And I'm like, I'm kind of not mad at that. Like, but it's slowly becoming apparent. Now this is where for me it's yet to become negatively or a positive in this manner. So this is 2.0 of WCW now.
AEW is very, very much the it's the Kylo Ren to WCW's Darth Vader.
1,000%. 1,000%. Meant to be the same thing, but in a different way.
Yeah. And just don't take the mask off too early because that makes no fucking sense, but okay.
Nope.
But looking at the poster, it's very much a group of people who have not been actively on AEW TV, apart from the champions, obviously. But you got Thunder Rosa on there. You got
Andrade.
Shit, who else just came? Andrade, who was suspended as well.
So it's all the people that got beef with people.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? You guys got beef with somebody? Yeah. Okay, you're going to Collision. Check them off the list.
Should we call this AEW Beef or AEW Collision?
It's Collision. You know, it sounds
then
more like
Punk comes in. Well, I don't eat meat. Okay, we'll go with Collision.
There you go. That's what it was. He was the deciding factor. It was going to be AEW Beef.
I'm sure they'll come to, if it's true, I'm sure they'll come to some kind of understanding. because, like you said, Punk has very much been the poster boy of this whole project for months, as far as we know.
Fuck yeah. He was the whole thing was, he was going to come back and they were going to give him his own show. The only reason of a brand split was because of Punk. And now it's because he's having issues with getting Ace Steel back and he really wants this guy there. And it's like, we're at the point, dude, where it's you guys have your own show to eliminate beef within the company. And now you're like, with all the leverage in the world, mind you, dangling that carrot, like, come on, give me what I want, and I'll give you what you want. Come on. And it's
I don't get Ace Steel. Before Punk came in, I never heard of him.
Nope.
Before Punk did the whole Rocky Free storyline with Moxley, we'd never seen Ace Steel in AEW. Now all of a sudden he's an on-screen producer, and then he makes one appearance and all shit it hits the fan, and then he's gone.
This fucking indie guy got his head blown up or something. That's what it feels like. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I might be talking out of my ass here, but it's one of those things where it's like this guy that we've never heard of that got brought in because he knows Punk from his youth, from the indie days, and he comes in, and the first time he's on screen, that next fucking pay-per-view, there's a huge disaster that literally almost fucked the entire company.
And Ace Steel is an NPC that fucked everything up.
Exactly. And so it's like we're gonna bring him back. Like, for me, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, granted, I'm not Tony Khan, and I'm not trying to ensure viewership for a brand new fucking show on a Saturday, which, by the way, I keep saying, if you're going to do a fucking Saturday show, do it in the morning. Do it in the morning. Why? Because guess how many people are doing shit Saturday morning? Not a lot. But guess where your biggest DVR numbers for fucking Rampage are? Saturday morning. I'm just saying. There's an old nostalgia thing to Saturday night wrestling. But then again, that was always the B show for WCW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, there was always that narrative for Saturday morning wrestling as well. But that was always like reruns of back in the day, the historic days. So it's like we can change the narrative, but the reality is Saturday and wrestling have a thing. It's just I just don't like Saturday night. It's just not anymore. You know what I mean? We're in 2022, brother. You know what I mean? We're getting 23. You know what I'm saying? We're fine. I'm fucking that far behind. You know what I'm saying?
Phoenix is that far behind on the episodes.
I believe that too. He's probably like, when the hell did fucking Trav leave the show? Yeah, that's how far back he is. But it's
when did I become a tag team champion?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew I got to catch up faster. All he's doing is reading headlines on Facebook, and I believe that too. But it's to have a show at the prime time Saturday night, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You got constant UFC events. You have all these other plethora of things going on. Maybe if this was COVID times, hey, fuck yeah, dude. Smartest move you could have fucking made. Everybody's indoors. They ain't got nothing better to do, right? They let us outside a couple of years ago. So, I mean, I have my issues with it, and I want to ask you about this because this is where I'm worried about it. If Punk, because I feel like Punk has to be there. You need him there as a mainstay. You need that fucking giant name, if you will, that big name to garner true attention on a brand new fucking show. But
let's just what his debut did on Rampage at Stupid O'Clock.
Exactly, on Rampage, mind you. So let's just say he holds out. Let's say they start this show in Chicago without him. You know what I mean? The next week or following week, or whatever, after the pay-per-view, he comes back. Let's just say he's being a bitch right now. Can you start this show by just making it like the old Raw and SmackDown by having your stars on both shows working Wednesdays and Saturdays? Or can you improve their formula of the old Rampage? Or is that the only way to improve it?
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be on earlier than Rampage. The poster to me seems to suggest that the champions are going to be on both shows, whoever the champions may be at the time.
Yeah.
Very much like the champions in the initial WWE brand split back in '02. There was Raw and SmackDown, but the champions went back and forth, whatever, until Brock said, "Fuck it, I'm just doing SmackDown."
Because I'm lazy. But that's okay. That's okay. You can be lazy.
But I don't think you can go to Chicago without Punk. Like, we've heard all along that the first show was going to be in Chicago, June 17th, and TK said last night, "Oh, we'll announce where it's going to be next week." Now, either he's teasing because he knows we all know it's going to be Chicago, or they really are working through some shit with Punk.
No, that's my guess because and now again, and I'm gonna give some. So hold on, let me put that. Where's the hypocrite hat on really quick? You know what I'm saying? I'm basing my shit off of what Dave said, and I'm gonna give somebody shit later for fucking living their whole life off of what Cornette says. But I'm a guy that I will garner information from multiple platforms, and right now multiple platforms are saying that there's beef. The AEW side is not saying a fucking word because they want to keep this hush hush. But according to Dave, people in the Warner Brothers side have been told to remove Punk from everything. So again, for me, and again, we can go back to the immediately, okay, hypocrite hat. I'm still wearing it the whole 9 yards. But I have not found a lot of false reports from Dave Meltzer when it comes to AEW shit. That's why I'm sticking with him. When he talks AEW, he probably knows what the fuck he's saying. He probably knows more people in the fucking back than anybody else does. You know what I mean? He probably has more fucking connects in that room than anybody else does in any other company anywhere. So I'm sure he's getting, if he's getting shut out, somebody in Warner Brothers will gladly feed him some info.
And Punk also took shots at Brian.
And I still don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't think anybody likes Brian Alvarez.
Nobody likes Brian. That's not true. Nobody likes Brian Alvarez. Everybody likes Brian. Let me stop myself. Nobody gives a shit about Brian Alvarez until they say something and then they hate him. Because he's just another cog in the machine. And again, and I listen to the dude all the time. I listen to his backup show with his buddy Vinny. You know, I listen with him and Filthy Tom. You know, I like his content, but to me, he is another Cornette. He is another Bully Ray. You know, he's one of those guys where it's I have my narrative, I'm going to spew my narrative, and that's my narrative. And either you can fuck with my narrative or you can't, or you don't. But this is what I'm sticking with. And, you know, be it as it may, I just prefer that narrative over the others. You know what I mean? Dave is a fucking info freak. So for those who are like, Dave's just coming up with shit out of his fucking head. If you ever watch one of these goddamn video episodes of their fucking podcast, this guy's got fucking papers fucking everywhere, bud. Fucking everywhere. He's finding notes in the middle. Hold on, let me find all these fucking papers and shit in the middle of the fucking show. So it's like, if you're telling me Dave Meltzer's not doing his fucking like due diligence by looking shit up, you're full of crap. So I'll believe him over the rest of them. The rest of them are just fucking machines.
Well, Brian also hit back at Punk, claiming Punk has beef with him because he dated Maria Kanellis years ago.
Oh, goddamn. That's just stupid now.
I highly doubt Punk gives a shit anymore.
When the fuck did we go back to high school?
Punk went through several
I was about to say,
divas at the time.
He went through a slew of bitches, as we say on the streets. But
then he laid eyes on AJ Lee and thought, "Oh, that's it, I'm done."
I mean, can you blame the man? Can you blame the man?
Not one bit.
But that's just, people are gonna have beef. They're gonna have dumb beef, and Punk likes to take this little itty bitty hamburger and smash it till it fucking like fits the whole table. You know what I'm saying? He will make any dumb thing gigantic because he's CM Punk, and it works for him. I hate to say it, it works for him.
Controversy creates cash,
and he's got a butt ton of it.
Hate the fact that I just quoted Eric Bischoff.
Ah, son of a bitch. I was like, I heard that before.
Punk likes to roll with the punches, but if you look at, like, there's so many screenshots of his Instagram stories, because he posts on his Instagram story a lot, and it's always like a black screen, white text, long paragraphs. That's when he seems to kind of
Just
not necessarily defend himself, but just tell his side.
Yeah.
And it's more like he's not really cashing in with the controversy on his Instagram story. He's just telling it like it is.
That's why I'm saying he's just letting it out. He's just venting. Like, God damn it, and just lets it out. And that's fine, and I dig it. And I don't have any beef with him. You know what I mean? I don't have any beef with him letting his frustrations out either. You know? However, if this now and I also had no idea what the fuck his beef was with Brian. But if it's because of him fucking some broad back in the goddamn day, are you kidding me? Like,
That's Brian's excuse. Punk seems to think all these leaks about his beef with AEW and shit like that comes from Brian.
it comes, well, probably him and Dave. But then again, why are you getting mad? You're the one that's having an argument about a fucking guy that nobody heard about, that you're demanding be a fucking an on-screen personality or at least a fucking coach, which still chaps my ass, or whatever the fuck he was trying to get. I guess he wants him to be a producer.
Yeah.
But for what?
But that's the thing as well. I mean, we're less than a month away from the TV show now, and they've been planning it for months. It's been leaked for months. Would they not have sorted out the producers by now?
I would have thought that everything would be sorted out. Everything. You have a fucking poster. You have given the fucking start date and the tour dates and all this shit to multiple platforms. There are fucking, how many shows did they bill on Dynamite? 6 shows?
6, yeah, and then they get all in Canada.
All goddamn Canada.
Which I think is hilarious, considering this whole thing came from Punk's beef with Kenny Omega.
Fucking, that's right, the god of Canada. Come on now, it's just
and Jericho.
Sweet. And Jericho, and he's, again, the two people he's got the biggest beef with. Doesn't he also hate fucking Bret Hart?
Oh no, Punk loves Bret.
Okay, never mind.
Punk idolizes Bret.
Somebody
but he
that
seems
hated
to have
Bret.
squashed his beef with Jericho, from what the dirt sheets have said.
I'm sure nobody has beef anymore. I'm sure they've all grown a fucking pair and have fucking squashed it. I'm just thinking he's like, okay, cool, we squashed it. All right, sweet, I'm coming back. Hey, I want this guy. Well, no. Well, then I'm not coming back. And now we're at a fucking standstill again. And it's like, oh, here we fucking go. You know, I'm sure that's exactly what's fucking going on. It's literally one of those things where everything's been fixed. The adults came into the room and dealt with the situation, and now he doesn't get the toy that he wanted, and all hell's gonna fucking break loose again. Give him the fucking job and just fucking move on, then. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I'm over it. Because I don't want this fucking company to fail. And you're going, and if you burn Warner Brothers now with a bad product after they fucking have just thrown money at you, regardless of the shitty fucking time slot or not, you gotta fucking perform. You have to come in with numbers. And if you don't come out with numbers, you're gonna look like an idiot.
I would hope that they were all over it by now. I know it's easy for us to say on the outside we weren't involved in the fight, but they had a little fight. They're in a business where egos explode. Fights happen all the time. Jericho squared up to Brock Lesnar one time. Get over it.
Fucking balls.
They're all veterans.
Yeah.
They had a little scrap. Get over it.
Get over it.
I'm sure that's what Tony's thinking too. Can we all just get along, please?
He's and again, this is the dude who blinked all 3 times during that fucking announcement. Okay. And if this fucking wide-eyed son of a bitch who's fucking ripped on God only knows what can move on from a bad situation months ago, y'all can too. And that's what we need to do. It's time to stop worrying about my ego and time to start worrying about the money. It's time to turn into Kevin Nash.
TK was sat right next to Punk when he imploded looking. TK was humiliated in that press conference, and he's just thinking business now.
Well, yeah, that's all you can do in this situation is put it in your rearview mirror and go make some money.
But you know what, though? He was wide-eyed as fuck, but TK's promos have become a lot less erratic than they used to be. He used to just regurgitate vocabulary as fast as he could, and he was so excited, and he couldn't control the volume of his voice. But now he's a lot more calm and collected. He just needs to blink.
I was gonna say, I was like, a couple more blinks, and you'll start to look a little human. But no, yeah, he has toned it down. They're pre-recorded now. Good job. I'm sure he goes in there. So on Friday, okay. They're like, no, Tony, calm down, calm down.
Very much like the Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens promo from this week's Raw, where Sami Zayn was just like exploding, and then it came to KO's turn to talk, and he's just like, I want to fight somebody, and Sam's like, okay, maybe I started off too high. I started at 10. You need to bring it down a little bit. And Kevin just wants to fight.
I need you to bring it down. They're the best, by the way.
So that's Collision. It begins June 17th.
Hopefully.
If nothing changes in Chicago, it means we're going to have another show to cover, but it's kind of in the middle of our week, so it's fine. We should be able to cover it with no problems.
Yeah, for sure.
And it also, I guess it means no more AEW pay-per-views on a Saturday.
No, that's fucking smart, by the way.
Yeah, you know what, the time slot for me, I don't know how we'll see how it goes, because, we're adults now, and for me,
Wait a minute. Or, hear me out, and I know we were getting ready to literally segue out of this, but what if, and because WWF used to do this shit all the time, what if you were to use Collision as like the fucking pre-launch show to your fucking pay-per-view? You know what I mean? You're in the fucking arena, the same arena that you're gonna do whatever the pay-per-view is, that Double or Nothing, whatever the fuck. You're gonna do your thing. And so you've got the small crowd or whatever from the beginning that's bunched in, that's catching these, fucking just television matches. But you can have a fucking, you can have it promo filled even, or you can figure something out. But I think that would be really cool if you decide that it has to be on a Saturday for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Say like Sunday just doesn't work, which I don't know how that works, but say Saturday, you have to do it. Use that show to fucking segue into it.
Maybe
mean?
an earlier start time.
That too. Come on.
Hopefully that would also discourage TK from booking 5-hour fucking pay-per-views.
Tired of falling asleep in front of my computer, man.
But I mean, Saturday and Sunday is just another work day for me, so I don't know how the time slot's going to work. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, I'm thinking for people, mainly teenagers really, who are still like 14, 15, 16, whatever, they don't have school the next day. They can watch Collision.
Yeah, no problem.
So it's a good time slot for the younger generation, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better for the younger viewer for sure. You know what I mean? It's the chill day. It's the relaxed day. I think they feel it's going to be a little more chill for people to be able to watch it on that Saturday, even though they just DVR it on Saturday. Now you're going to have people DVRing it on Sunday, and then you have to bring in the fun fact of what happens when the NFL season starts back up. How many people are going to DVR that fucking show on a Sunday morning?
Well, I mean, they move Dynamite and Rampage around when they have to, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
Well, we will see.
But I mean, they are going to face competition at some point from WWE pay-per-views. They run Saturdays sometimes.
Yep.
In fact, I think all of the big five are on Saturdays now.
Yeah. That and NXT show. Well, no, NXT things, dude. They're all like on their fucking USA now.
Yeah, they do pay-per-views too, though, on weekends.
That's true. Whatever random takeover.
So bold move from TK. Bold strategy, Carton. We'll see how it plays off. But now we're taking a trip through the annals of time with This Week in Wrestling History. There's not an awful lot of history this week, and it's a nice mix of Ring of Honor, WWE, and Impact, and WCW. So we're kicking off May 12, 2012. Hello, Amir. At Ring of Honor Border Wars in Toronto, Kevin Steen began his reign of terror as ROH World Champion when he defeated Davey Richards. As for the undercard, Jay Lethal defeated Tommaso Ciampa. Lance Storm defeated Mike Bennett. Michael Elgin defeated Adam Cole. Roderick Strong defended the TV title against fucking Finlay.
Fucking Finlay.
And wrestling's greatest tag team, a.k.a. Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas,
Yes,
won
sir.
their second ROH tag team titles, defeating the Briscoe brothers. What
They're-
a fucking card.
Their fucking Ring of Honor run was something fun. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if you ever caught any of it, but it was fun.
I caught glimpses. And it didn't seem real that Haas and Benjamin were back together.
Seriously.
But I think they went back and forth with the Briscoes a couple of times over the tag team titles.
Oh yeah, they were the ones that made me pay attention to the Briscoes.
I'm gonna have to go look up that pay-per-view. That's one hell of a show.
Fucking A, right.
May 13th, 2002, the WWE Women's Championship changed hands in a hardcore mixed tag match on Raw as Trish Stratus and Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Jazz and Stevie Richards. What a random fact. This was
Fucking hell.
Trish's only second women's title, and the first women's title change under the WWE name.
Back in the day.
Because when did Jazz win it at Mania, or did she walk into Mania as champion? But anyway,
I want to say she walked into Mania as champ.
that sounds about right. But Jazz was women's champion around that time. Then, of course, WWF became WWE. May 13th, 2007, the complicated history of the TNA World Championship. So, the TNA World Championship was created on May 13th, 2007, as the company severed ties with the NWA. Christian Cage was stripped of the NWA World Championship before Kurt Angle defeated Christian Cage and Sting to become the first ever TNA World Champion at Sacrifice. If I remember rightly, they still had the NWA belts walking into the show, so it was treated as a title defense, but it was essentially to crown the first TNA World Champion. Team 3D were also stripped of the NWA tag team titles and awarded the first ever TNA tag team titles the next day. I'm not sure if this was, that can't be the reason they severed ties, but kayfabe perspective, NWA severed ties because Christian Cage refused to defend the title on NWA territories. He only wanted to defend it in TNA. That's the kayfabe reason, at least.
I don't know about all that, but all right.
Yeah, I can't really remember what was the cause of the breakdown between NWA and TNA.
Personally, I just can't see Christian Cage telling a fucking a promotion no. I mean, I think he'd want to work everywhere.
Yeah, outwork everybody. You go fuck yourself. I only want to defend this. I only want to defend your title in this company.
Right, in this company.
May 15th, 2000, Ric Flair defeated Jeff Jarrett to win his 7th WCW World Championship. He was stripped of the title the following week by Vince Russo, who I think awarded it back to Jeff Jarrett.
Yep.
And it was then stolen by Kevin Nash.
Oh God, we try not to think about the 2000 era because of just the fucking hilarity and stupidity. I mean, hell, fucking Dusty Rhodes was on fucking television more than fucking some people back in the 2000s. God damn.
The black and white logo era of WCW.
So bad.
And finally, another bit of history involving Jeff Jarrett. Like I said 2 weeks ago, all of AJ Styles' NWA World title reigns came at the expense of Jeff Jarrett.
Hell yeah.
And at Hard Justice, with Tito Ortiz as special referee, I know Larkin's going to love that one, he defeated Jeff Jarrett to win the title for the third and final time.
Fucking Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, he had a complicated history with TNA too. And then they brought him in for his second one, and it was like, holy shit, it's Tito Ortiz. And the fans were like, okay.
Well, yeah, fucking TNA fans are pretty hardcore. They're like, yeah, we fucking saw him last time.
We don't give a shit.
He didn't do shit.
Yeah, TNA had a little bit of an obsession with bringing in MMA guys who were known but weren't huge, like Brock Lesnar or guys of that caliber.
But King
and they
Mo's
typically
pretty big.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's true. You have to be an MMA head.
Yeah, if you weren't really following MMA, you probably had no idea who King Mo was.
Yeah, that's. I'll give it. Stephen Bonner, same thing. I could totally.
And then they
give
brought
you
in
that.
Rampage Jackson, who I think became bigger after his TNA run.
He did.
But that's all your history this week.
Good history. All right, now let's have a little bit of fun and let's see if y'all can get there before we do. If I don't guess the identity in 2 minutes, I'm cutting a 60-second promo on whoever this son of a gun be at the end of the show. It's time to guess the wrestler.
I wonder who this could possibly be.
Who is it? Who the hell is it?
Guess the wrestler. He's the wrestler, better than all the wrestlers. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. There's not an awful lot of championship history, so I might have to play this one by ear. But some of the accomplishments might give it away, so we'll see how it goes.
Hey.
Time begins now. All right, this guy is a former WCW TV champion, the final TV champion. Also a former WCW US heavyweight champion. As for Mid-South, he was Mid-South Louisiana heavyweight champion, North American heavyweight champion, and Mid-South UWF tag team champion. Twice.
Fucking TV. Who the fuck was the last TV champ that was in Mid-South?
Former IWA World Heavyweight Champion in Japan. Let's see what else.
Not Dave Malenko.
Texas All-Star Heavyweight Champion. Heroes and Legends Midwestern Champion. Wow, that's an obscure one.
Jeff can't be dumbass Jeff Jarrett, is it?
No.
Thank God.
River City Wrestling Legends Champion. He also won the Danny Hodge Trophy in 2016. I didn't even think he was still wrestling then.
Danny Hodge is a fucking top amateur wrestler. So what the fuck?
Right, we're into the final minutes, so let's get some Observer Awards. Most Improved, 1982. Most Unimproved, 1989. Feud of the Year in 1985 with Ted DiBiase, a.k.a. DiBiase. 28 seconds. Okay, WWE accomplishments. 2-time Slammy Award winner, Hall of Fame 2011, and a former Royal Rumble winner.
Oh, this guy won the Rumble. Fucking Dustin Rhodes.
Nope. Shit, what else we got?
Not AJ Styles.
Pro Wrestling Wrestler of the Week in 1987.
Oh shit.
Slammy Awards.
Terry Funk. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there goes the time.
Damn, stumped the shit out of me.
The 2 Slammy Awards were in 1987 for Greatest Hit and Best Vocal Performance.
Oh, what the fuck?
The Royal Rumble win was in 1988. Like that would have given it away.
Who the fuck won in 88? Not Hogan. No. Who the fuck won in 88? I'm stumped.
Which was also, I believe, yeah, the first ever Royal Rumble.
Who won the first fucking Rumble?
If anybody's got this, good for you. Let's put everybody else out of their misery. So the first ever Royal Rumble winner and last ever WCW TV champion was
fucking Jim Duggan. Holy shit. Damn. Okay, talk about some fucking knowledge for your ass right there. Fucking okay. Fucking
I knew
I'm
that
so
factoid too, that he was the final US champion, but I forgot about it until I just read it.
See, that's not surprising that he'd be the final U.S. champ, but I was like, final TV champ. I would have figured like Regal.
Oh, did I say TV champ? I meant U.S. champ. TV champ, yeah. Final TV champ.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was like, U.S. That sounds perfect. But damn, okay. All right, Jim, I'm coming for you.
I don't envy anybody that has to cut a promo on Jim Duggan because he's one of the nicest guys in wrestling.
He really is. Oh, man. I'm going to have to fucking be so mean to Jim Duggan now.
Oh, Jim.
Poor
who did he beat for the U.S. title, I wonder?
I was about to say, getting ready to look that shit up myself.
I don't have a year either, so I'm going to have to look for his name. Oh, okay. It couldn't have been the 90s. Was it? Wait, oh yeah, it was in the WCW era. So, oh, he beat Steve Austin.
I love it.
Held it for 100
love it.
days and then lost it to Vader. That was in 1994.
Fucking
Wow.
2000. Who did he beat though? Oh, it was vacated.
Oh yeah, final champion.
Yep, Scott Hall had abandoned it, and they said he found the belt in the dumpster. A fucking son of a bitch.
I love these random.
Oh god!
You become a champion just by finding it. Title changes. Like Shane McMahon became European champion because he took it out of whose bag was it? Was it Midian? No, Midian became European champion because he took it out of Shane O'Mac's bag.
There you go. I was about to say it's the other way around.
And Shane didn't give a shit.
No, even though I missed that belt a little bit. That was an awesome looking belt.
Bring back the European.
Do it.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. We're here every single Thursday. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, or wherever it is you may be joining us, and head to the website once again, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
That's still to come. We got who will be the new World Heavyweight Champion, and AEW Collision course is happening. But again, with or without Punk. Debate that amongst yourself.
But there's definitely a war brewing between the Elite and the Combat Club. But first, it's time for stupid shit people say online. This is shit Mark say.
Bet you fucking Ace Steel is in this.
OMG.
Eggplant emoji.
WTF.
Santa Claus emoji.
Thought he was dead. LOL.
Peach emoji.
Shit Marks say.
Names have been changed to protect their stupidity.
Sure.
Okay, how is TikTok looking for nerds this week?
TikTok's nerds have died down. Now here's what I'm thinking, and because now it's been harder for me to find said nerds. I think I got on the right side of TikTok where I was like nice enough and I wasn't bashing people, when I wasn't getting into arguments with nobody, and they were like sunshine and rainbows over here, because I'm hearing nobody bitching. There's no white chocolate. There's no nothing. Nobody's. That's not true. There's the same debate going on right now about Seth and AJ, and that's really about it. But nothing about it is negative. Somebody called AJ old. That was about it, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I didn't want to make it garner more than that. So I mean, TikTok has been tame. So I think I need to like start snooping on like my own private side and like sending shit to myself. Like, all right, who's the asshole? Let me find some assholes on TikTok. But y'all are clear for now. I'm coming for you.
Okay. As for the Twitter side.
Oh God. Scared.
Oh boy. Obviously AEW got some shit because they made an announcement.
Happens.
I'm just gonna go with Michael 2 times for this nerd's name because there's 2 posts that are stupid. So first up, in response to the AEW Collision announcement, he says, "Nice Nitro ripoff logo." It's not. It's a tribute. It's supposed to look like Nitro. Tribute. Also having Orange Cassidy as one of the top talents is the kiss of death for this show. Motherfucker, you never. Orange Cassidy is over as fuck with AEW. He's busting his ass every single week.
Give me a WC. He is. God damn it! I need a real reference of somebody he could be like for WCW. He's like Eddie Guerrero-ish, but better. Come on, God damn it! There's something in my head. He's like Lex Luger. God, I hate saying it like that, but it's the truth. He is over as a motherfucker and then some. He could do nothing wrong, and everybody enjoys his matches. I mean, maybe in the '90s that would have been everybody for Luger, but everybody loves his shit. I really want to say he's like Dean Malenko. Just you have to watch his matches. And you're indifferent about his character. So yeah, I'll stick with Malenko. you're indifferent about his character, because either you love the fact that he kind of cares, or you absolutely fucking hate it. And to me, there's no in between. But to say it's a fucking kiss of death, are you kidding me? He has literally taken that mid-card title and made it better than the TNT title. The fucking international title is better off than fucking some of the other belts on this brand. He puts on banger match after banger match and is at the point of his limit, if you will, as international champion, where they have to fucking give him a 21-man battle royal just to fucking maybe crown somebody else. And here's the fucked up thing. If he fucking wins, and keeps that belt, people are going to be fucking pissed. And I don't mean like the people that enjoy this show. I mean the fucking nerds that hate him. They're going to be fucking pissed. I love it.
It always seems to me that the people that hate Orange Cassidy are the people that don't watch Orange Cassidy, because he doesn't even really do the lazy gimmick anymore. He literally goes out there and busts his ass off.
The only thing that he does is the lazy gimmick is his shot, is like those like lazy shots. But
even them are very rare these days.
The crowd pops like a motherfucker. So it's like that's where your disbelief goes away and you hear cheering and you're like, oh, this is cool. But Jim Cornette says it's not, so.
Yeah. Comment number 2 from Michael 2 times is, it's great to sell the same thing to the same people, but you need growth. And an almost 40-year-old man playing the cool teenager doesn't have long legs. Motherfucker, John Cena's been playing a teenager for 20 years.
Huh? Aren't y'all crying about Randy Orton not being able to wrestle? What? How old is AJ Styles?
40.
I'm gonna start going down the fucking name list.
44.
He might be your next fucking
42.
world heavyweight champion.
Right?
How old is Brock Lesnar? How old is Roman Reigns? Ain't none of these cats fucking that goddamn young. So what the fuck is your point? What growth? Growth is what they're fucking doing. You just shat on Orange Cassidy. That's fucking growth. That's growth. That's 3 years ago. Nobody that did not follow the indie scene knew who Orange Cassidy was. Now there's motherfuckers today that barely watch wrestling that'll hit you with the, you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, it has to grow. This is growth. Like, there's the difference between what's happening on this company and what happens in the other company is they don't see a champion and say, ride that shit till the fucking wheels fall off. They say, who can we build off of this? Whose stock can we increase off of this champion or off of this competitor? And they're able to take those and build cats. Does the other company do that? No, they take them up to here and they go, roller coaster, baby.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to break Michael's heart now. Roman Reigns is literally 2 years younger than Orange Cassidy. That's it.
Oh, old head. Fuck out of here. How old is Roman? 35?
37. So he's pushing 42.
That motherfucker old. Shut up. He old shit.
Oh man. The second mark this week. I don't actually know who it is, but it's the guy that hacked Matt Hardy. Because I mean, some of the stuff was disgusting, but do you really have nothing better to do?
No. I don't understand that too. Like, what? That's my other thing. It's like, as a guy who's, in the fucking computer world and, does the security, learning everything about it. It's like, in all reality, like, besides super personal, like, bank information and money and all this and that, what the fuck else is there on anybody else's computer that you really want? Or even on their fucking Twitter? You know what I mean? You have access to everything they fucking post. You have access to everything they comment. Access to every fucking picture or video they post. What fucking more do you need? You need to hack it to post dumb shit because your mom's basement got cold, or maybe it got too hot. I don't know, but either one, it's fucking stupid. I just don't get it. Like I don't give a fuck about Matt Hardy in all reality. Like I don't. But I also don't see the fucking point of having to go out of your goddamn way to hack somebody's social media to post nonsense.
Yeah. And personal nonsense too, not just Matt Hardy as midget porn. And then finally, an honorable mention. I'm not even going to change the name because everybody who's a wrestling fan on Twitter probably has seen this douchebag, Gareth.
Yeah.
WWE Gareth. I'm also ashamed to say he is a fellow countryman of mine.
Oh.
But he is the epitome of Vince's dick rider.
Yeah.
Constantly taking a shit on anything that is not WWE. Says anyone else find it suspicious that the usual ticket counters on here won't say how many tickets have actually sold for Wembley? It's as if they don't want the real number to be out there. Because WWE has never lied about their attendance figures.
Terrible. How many WrestleManias has there been?
With bloated numbers, many.
No.
In
That's
general,
not what I said. How many fucking WrestleManias has there been?
39.
39. They've been bloating a number for 39 years, player. I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the one to pull the curtain back and tell you fucking fairies ain't real, Playboy, but fuck, are you kidding me? First off, if I'm not mistaken, when I last checked the number, they were like at 83,000 sold. Not pre-sale, not fucking reserve, sold. 83,000 sold. So, and that's right after they opened up more seats. The second they opened them, they fucking snatched them. There's already talks of lots of international travel and all kinds of other shit. So, again, are we that mad that a different company is going to go to a place where your company back in the 90s when wrestling was hot as fuck, it went there and did a great show and sold out and did 80-something thousand and fantastic. Is it that fucking bad that somebody in 2023 is doing it again, but bigger?
Yeah.
How is that bad? How is this negative? Even for you E fans out there. And I want you guys to don't get mad when I fucking say this shit. Your sports entertainment crap. This is good for wrestling. This is good for Japan. This is good for Canada. This is good for Mexico. This is good for Australia. This is good for the E. This is good for Impact. This is good for AEW. This is good for fucking wrestling. Look at the fucking Tokyo Dome this past year. After years and years and years and years and years and years of garnering more and more and more international fans, it blew up again because of fucking Sasha Banks, international stars. Got that fuck eyes on that. She got eyes on Stardom. She got eyes on fucking New Japan Strong. It's good for fucking wrestling. Okay, when you do a gigantic show where you have to fucking, the goalpost is set and you go to the goalpost and now you can just like fucking shoot the fucking ball in. Oh, we need to move it back. Okay. You're running alongside of it as they're building it backwards because that's how fucking full up they're being. It's good for wrestling. Get over your fucking self. Look, hey, nobody bitched. Not a single AEW fan bitched about Puerto Rico. Hell, I even said that was a fucking show, bud. That was a fucking show. I wish I was in that crowd. That was a fucking party. And I hope they fucking succeed in all the other international spots. Stop being so fucking bitter. Allow the sport to fucking grow. Either under the E or not under the E. Let it grow.
I mean, there's talk about going to Puerto Rico every year for Backlash. Do it.
I fucking would. Are you kidding me? I mean, now granted, were they a little hotter for just Bad Bunny? Absolutely. I will give you that they were a little extra up here just because of Bad Bunny. Hell, the fucking women viewers were up a little bit just because of Bad Bunny. But still,
And
international. Exactly. Internet and Carlito was the man. And fucking Savio Vega. Come on, there's all kinds of shit.
Savio Vega. Fuck.
I mean, not bad looking for a dude who's in his 60s. I'll give him that. But it's if you're gonna get a decent crowd like this for your international shows, then do it. Do it. And I won't hate on it for it.
Now, the only thing we do protest is the fucking obvious Saudi Arabia shows, but that's a different story.
Well, we all know why.
Yeah.
That's obvious shit. Puerto Rico ain't fucking, hating women.
You can drive, but we'll kill you.
Right? Yeah. You want to drive down the street? You're only going to make it down the block.
Controversial. Now, let's move on. Actually, also, they are marks, and that's the shit they say. Let's move on before we get arrested. We are 1 week away from our next special event, Full House. It takes place May 25th, just a few days before AEW Double or Nothing, and it is full of championship challenges.
Goddamn right. The first championship that's up for the line is the Max Wrestling Tag Team Champions, as they will be defended in the first time as the Dragon Clubs, the Captain and Phoenix, defend against Daniel Crimmins and myself, the current and previous Iron Bank, Mr. Iron Banks. So we will see who walks away tag team champions. You may call us Team Iron Bank if you really want to get funky with it. Will we be tag team champs, or will the Dragon Club reign supreme?
Yeah, Phoenix is a former Iron Bank winner too. I'm the only one in this match that hasn't won Iron Bank. Well, Moses may be the current Mr. Iron Bank, but he's also your current reigning and defending world champion. And next week he sees off the challenge of Anon Mascaras. And after Mascaras kept me off the show last week, I'm willing to let the feud between Dragon Club and MDO subside for a week or for a match to fully support our champion.
Love it, and I'm glad for the backup. However, the feud will continue as this next match, as the captain defends the television champion under TV rules against Ted P. De Niro in first time ever promo clash. Is Teddy walking out television champ, or is this Daz's title for the time being?
All I can say is may the best man win. And finally, your main event with the Double or Nothing rules final encounter as Kenny Killer defends the Knowledge Championship against Beer. We're also going to crown the group MVP. Will it still be Travis? I do know Daniel Crimmins is gunning for it every single day. I see a Ric Flair react meme.
It's great. I'm loving it.
And of course, like I said, we'll be predicting Double or Nothing. But it's also double predictions because we're going to... Normally we don't predict the Saudi shows, but I feel like Night of Champions is too big not to predict, so we might have to do double predictions next week. But for more information, go to maxwrestlingnet.wheelie.com/fullhouse for more information. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
I said, well, I mean, I was kept up the show last week, but I skipped it in right at the very end. If you caught that, I did say there would be an announcement this week, which concerns the Knowledge Championship and Kinney and Beer. So after 3 years, there is no Champions Chase at this year's Trivia Takeover next month. We're taking a little break from that. It's very difficult to edit, I must say.
I believe it.
Instead, the main event will be the first ever Champions Mountain, where one formidable challenger will attempt to answer a maximum of 15 multiple choice questions correctly, or at least more than the champion. And if it ends in a draw, there will be a rematch at Fight for the Knowledge 2. But that's not the big announcement, because that format has been shown on the website for a while now, for those of you who have dug deep enough to find it. The announcement is the challenger, because whoever wins between Kinney and Beer will carry that Knowledge Championship into Trivia Takeover to defend against the lawyer, Chad Malcolm.
Oh, shit.
Now, I would say that's because we're kind of ripping off his idea, but at the same time, he ripped off the original idea from ITV. So it is basically Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but shh.
Shh, it's okay.
So Kenny or Beer, whoever walks out as Knowledge champion, you will have to defend that title against Chad at Trivia Takeover in the Champions Mountain.
Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atute here, and you are currently listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max.
In other news, so Roman's not defending the Universal title at Night of Champions when he reaches 1,000 days. Instead, he and Solo are going to be challenging Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. A little controversial.
A tad controversial. I mean, Roman 4 belts is it's kind of much, but I kind of don't hate the idea. But this also, like, I'm like, this is literally signing us up for the Usos to fuck him over.
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully. The tension's been building for weeks, and I think this is the first time really that Roman's got in Jimmy's face. And Jay, of course, was very quick to step in and defend him. But yeah, this is literally Roman fucking over the Usos. So how long is their loyalty going to last now? Because he ignored them for like a month. And when he finally did get face-to-face with him again, he stole... who made him the matchmaker anyway? But took their another opportunity at the tag team titles, even though they failed twice. But
still. But I mean, it's again interesting. But I'm with the notion that this is going to build towards the final break, and we'll go from there. You know, maybe the Usos are face after this. Maybe they just hate Roman. I'm sure it'll be face.
Yeah, and hopefully the tag match, the inevitable tag match between Roman and Solo and the Usos takes place at the soonest pay-per-view after this, because I heard a rumor they were going to maybe do it at SummerSlam, but that's a no-no for me, because that's like your second biggest show of the year. Roman needs to defend that Universal title, even though we know he's going to retain. But that's the thing. Personally, I think it's a stupid move to not have Roman defend the title on the same day he hits 1,000 days, because we know he's going to successfully defend it no matter what until they decide to go over Roman and Cody too. But I mean, what if you'd set up a title defense at Night of Champions and maybe there's a chance he loses it on the 1,000th day? Wouldn't that be more dramatic? It'd be like, is he going to go to 1,001 or is he going to lose it on his 1,000th day?
I like that. That's a story worth telling. I mean, considering the fact that we are at that point where it's like, what number do you guys need to fucking hit to end this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's not going to hit Bruno's number. There's no way we're doing another 6,000 days.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. That would be asinine.
It's got to be at least until next year's Mania. It's got to be Cody Roman 2.
Yeah.
I keep saying, why else would Cody have agreed to come back? Because he's made it clear that he wants that WWE title. That's the only reason he came back. And he just got butt fucked at Mania.
He did. No, God's honesty, he did. And I mean, it's like to just add another 365 to it. It's like, yeah, that looks good in the record books, but it looks really bad as far as storytelling. And that's where we're at. It's bad storytelling. But if it's the end result, I'll get over it and we can move on with our lives.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like it's running out of steam now. It's been impressive, no doubt. Roman's been great in this character, but they've even gotten lazy with it now where he's not defending it very much. He's barely on the show. If you're going to be champion for fucking 3 years, be on the show.
At least be there. Look at MJF.
It's not the territory days anymore. There's TV every single week, 2 shows a week, pay-per-views every month. You can't just half-ass it anymore.
Yeah, be MJF. Dude, just fucking show up and do commentary. I don't fucking know. Like, it's not hard to just be there as the champion.
And to not be on a pay-per-view is kind of pricky.
Extra pricky. You're the fucking champion. At the time, you were the only champion.
Not just the champion, you're holding 2 titles, so you're hogging 2 belts.
2, motherfucker.
So much that they've had to create another belt.
Because Why get rid of 2 when you can just add 1?
We also we need a unified world WWE title now because
Yeah.
it's so confusing for some people. Roman's the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He's carrying around 2 belts, but that's apparently 1 title. Then we got the World Heavyweight title. We're gonna have 3 championships, even though there's only 2 champions. Just fix it, please.
Fix it.
And speaking of the world title, we know it's either going to be AJ Styles or Seth Rollins. I'd be more inclined to go with Rollins. I mean, I love AJ, but I think Rollins has earned it.
I want to say Seth Rollins is literally the guy right now, and he's. I don't want to say he'd be better off. I'm a sucker for AJ. You know what I mean? I'll fucking sign me up for an AJ title win. I won't be mad if they go his way, but I really do think it's Seth Rollins and then everybody else. That's how they view this right now, and then especially for this. And he would work awesomely. He's definitely the fucking Triple H, you know what I mean, of this fucking company. So yeah, crown him your world champ, give him that awesome belt, and fucking run with it. See how far you can roll with it. And then again, to build off of the AEW logic, you can use Seth to build a lot of cats, especially with that belt, because you have a fucking champion on the show.
Yeah. I don't think AJ needs the world title right now. AJ's always going to be popular no matter what because he's just that fucking good.
Yeah.
But I think Seth has earned, needs, and deserves this title because he's been so popular for so long. If it wasn't the Roman era, he probably would have been a WWE champion again by now.
Oh, for sure.
In this run.
Especially, yeah.
And I hate the fact that I'm probably going to have to watch this damn pay-per-view to see this match.
Damn it.
I've only ever watched one Saudi show, and it was the first ever one, and after that...
I think I was listening to it at work, but yeah.
Yeah, I know I've missed some great matches, but it's a principle thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen Seth and Edge's Hell in a Cell match, and apparently it was match of the year.
Sure, why not?
And finally, final bit to talk about from WWE. Mustafa Ali earned his shot at Gunther at Night of Champions.
He's going to die.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of clear why he got the shot, but Gunther's going to kick his ass anyway.
Yes, sorry. You're losing to the white man and Saudi player.
Gunther's just on another level right now. The presence he had when he walked into Raw the first time, even when it was just backstage, he's such a fucking star.
He really is, and I think if you really wanted to pass the buck on this world title from Rollins really fast, Gunther's your number 1. He is your number fucking 1.
When they were walking backstage through Raw, I cracked up at Akira Tozawa. Just walking out of the dressing room, seeing them, wide-eyed, straight back in the dressing room.
Like, I'm not fucking with him. Akira's smart man.
So yeah, I mean, good job to WWE for building this pay-per-view. I might actually watch it for once. We'll see. I mean, it's the same night as Double or Nothing, so. Is it the same night or the next night? I know they're both this weekend.
Oh no, Double or Nothing is next weekend.
Yeah, so's Night of Champions.
Oh bullshit.
Double or Nothing's on the Sunday. Night of Champions is on the Saturday.
Oh, you smart motherfuckers. Caught you with your pants around your ankles.
But it's also going to be a weird time, of course, because it's in Saudi. So it's going to be like middle of the day for us. Probably early ass o'clock for you.
Well, I'm really fucking... Well, I don't know. Because most of the Saudi shows, in all reality, if I'm not mistaken, they normally do like in the morning. It's like 9 in the morning. And I'm like, that's not fucking terrible, but I'm normally doing homework. And I ain't got no fucking time to be watching no fucking Saudi shows and shit. But I might have it on in the background. We'll see.
Yeah. Also, damn you, TK, for booking a pay-per-view on my wedding anniversary. What are we doing? We're watching Double or Nothing.
Watch Double or Nothing, baby.
Pull
this
up
is
a
your
chair.
idea. I bought I bought flowers. Like, you gotta buy some flowers and some candy and some this, like the whole shebang. And then maybe, just maybe, you won't get yelled at.
Right. Damn it, TK.
God damn you, TK.
All right, so speaking of TK, on to AEW again. We kicked off Dynamite with Wardlow calling out Christian Cage, daring him to spit in his face. But then as Christian packed it up, Wardlow just grabs his throat, Luchasaurus attacks, and then we get a ladder pulled out, and obviously this is leading to a ladder match at Double or Nothing.
So, by the way, Wardlow's come down here and spit in my face has gone viral on TikTok with if Rhea Ripley ever got close up to me, and I'm just like, yep, like that one.
Oh damn!
I know we're we're disgusting, filthy animals on TikTok. I know, but it was
You
just
vulgar
hilarious.
people.
You vulgar sons of bitches. But to get to the actual fucking match that they're trying to build here, we didn't need this. We didn't need a gimmick. You did not need a fucking ladder match to fuck Wardlow out of the TNT title. You could easily have fucking Luchasaurus go in there and beat him up, and you could have gotten more out of it. I'm just saying, Christian, and this is one of the few times where I'll actually praise Christian. He's very good. He knows what the fuck he's doing. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of cats anymore that do, especially at his fucking age. He knows what he's doing. But to fucking put him in a goddamn ladder match after he fucking ripped his shoulder apart, mind you.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
he fucking fresh off surgery, barely, he's probably barely fucking cleared. You put him in a ladder match. That's one that traps my ass. But two, he's a great enough worker that he could have put something good together with Wardlow. But you add the gimmick of a fucking ladder match, and you can kind of take away some of it. And to me, you're guaranteeing a Luchasaurus fuck over. You're guaranteeing Luchasaurus to get involved and fuck over Wardlow so Christian wins the belt. Because what kind of friends does Wardlow have besides Arn Anderson? What other friend does he have?
I could see him coming through. I mean, we all assume the ladder match is Christian's match.
Yeah.
But Wardlow's been let down twice now on the TNT title. They need to run with this one. Also, if you lose, Arn Anderson's going to shoot you.
The fucking A right in the face. Right in the face. I don't know. I'm not overly excited for it, but I'm hoping they can turn my negativity around.
Yeah, they really need to work on that TNT title.
Yes, they
the
do.
hot potato title. Because, like you said, look at the international title and how hard Orange Cassidy has fought to defend that title. That's what's made it feel more important than the TNT title and more prestigious.
The same thing happened with the Cruiserweight title in WCW over the television in the U.S. because of banger match after banger match after banger match. More people gave a shit more about the Cruiserweight than any other belt. So do the same fucking thing. Do the same thing. Give me good matches. If you're going to hot potato this motherfucker, everybody and their mom's going to be a TNT champion, then give me better matches. Give me quality people. Give me something. Give me substance. Don't give me the same people. So you could be a 3-time champion. You could be a 3-time champion. She could be a 3-time champ. No.
And all of the four, well, apart from MJF, all the 4-pillar challengers had their moments this week, beginning with Darby Allin teaming up with Orange Cassidy. Mm-hmm. They got the win with the orange punch and the coffin drop. Big Bill, I still can't take the name seriously,
nope,
and Lee Moriarty.
Big Billy.
And it was later on when Orange Cassidy opted to defend the title in the Battle Royal at Double or Nothing. He just said, fuck it, everybody's coming after me. I'll face them all at the same time.
Has this fucking match. He takes a breather. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to give him an interview. They ask him a fucking question. They leave. They ask Darby a question. They come back, and they're talking to fucking Orange again. And I'm just like, did y'all get bored back there? Like, Renee's just like, all right, where'd Orange go? Orange, I forgot to ask you something. Like,
he needed a rest in between questions.
I guess, or he's just stopped giving a shit, which I'm going to go with the latter.
But, I mean, it was nice of him to offer Renee a spot in the Battle Royal, too, but she's busy.
That fucking killed me. Oh, I was dead. He's all like, you know what? Let's make it like 20. And then that means me. So that's like 21. And we're in Vegas. It's the Blackjack Battle Royal. Unless you want to be in it. And I'm all like, oh, that's so nice. It's so nice.
Nah, I'm good.
John's like, the fuck do you do? You just do what to my wife? You tell her you can make a Battle Royal? Are you crazy? I've been asking her for that for years.
I really don't know how to call this one now. I mean, it would be so impressive for Orange Cassidy's reign if he was to successfully defend it in this battle royal. But I can see somebody just bodying him. Somebody like maybe Miro.
That's what I'm afraid of. And no, let me stop myself. That's not. I don't want to use that exact term like that. I'm not afraid of any. I just feel like they don't want him to lose one-on-one, and I dig that, and I do, and I really, really do. But that's how you fucking build people, man. I'm sorry, that's how you fucking build people. People gotta lose for other motherfuckers to win. You don't have to have a battle royal or some whateverness to fucking build somebody without fucking somebody else over. Orange isn't going to go down if he lost. If he lost to a comparable opponent, if he lost to a Miro, if he lost to a, I'm trying to think of a fucking a Wardlow, a Christian Cage. If he lost to somebody like that, a Samoa Joe again, it all would make, or it would make sense. It would make sense because it's a comparable opponent. But I don't know. Now kind of gives you the idea that anybody can win this belt, and there's probably going to be a group of motherfuckers. I bet you it'll be Roosh, and God only knows who else is going to be in this fucking thing. So I like it, but then again, I'm also with the notion that let him just fucking win it to piss off the marks, to have somebody gigantic come in and beat him. Maybe Jay White beats him. I mean, he didn't come in, but maybe Jay White ends up being the guy that beats him. Maybe Will Ospreay hangs out, and beats him. You know what I mean? What if Coda shows up? Coda wins the fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, let him go to this pay-per-view, have him get that much more fucking over, and then the only guy that can beat him is somebody who's not of this company. And now they are, because they beat him. Like for me, that's a better story to tell. Don't get me wrong. I love me a good battle royal, especially when they're good. I love me a good battle royal. I just feel like this is lazy. You've backed your way out of beating Orange Cassidy.
Typically, when AEW do a battle royal too, there's a surprise debut.
That's true. That is true. So we'll see how that goes.
Like we said, the 4 pillar challengers all had their moment this week. So Darby won this tag match. Sammy Guevara squashed a jobber.
Squashed the shit out of some nerd because he's in Houston, baby, hometown.
He got a nice reaction too. I know it was hometown, but I mean, Sammy's been getting booed for months, so it was nice to see a good pop for him.
He's an excellent heel, but slowly coming around as a face, and I think people are going to start to like him a little bit more. I've been asked this question like 9 times. What happens if Sammy wins? What happens if it's Sammy that wins? I'm going to go fucking nuts. That's what's going to happen. Like I've been telling everybody, dude, I've been following Sammy Guevara's career since he had a fucking 1.5 thousand viewers on fucking YouTube. 1.5 thousand subscribers. You know what I'm saying? My man had nothing. He had nothing. You understand? And I followed his entire fucking journey. From the fucking roughest indies to fucking wrestling in bars to AAA to AEW. I've been there for most of it, for the majority of it even. So it's like, if he wins, I'm invested like the rest of them, and I'll pop just like I've been living next door to him in Houston. So
if he wins, the tissues are coming out.
Oh, for a lot of people, But then again, I feel like that could kind of be the reception for anybody that beats Max. You know what I mean? Like, you have a reason to get emotional and be very happy if Jungle Boy were to win it. Like, oh my God, he's been down for something, but he beat the fucking world champ. He went from being the guy that we weren't sure if he was going to win this week to the motherfucking world champ to, well, fuck, dude, Darby Allin feels like a world champ because he could be the Sting, you know what I mean, to this, in the AEW thing. And then, we already know about Sammy. So it's one of these things where it's anybody. If it's one of those, like, anybody but Max wins, and we're all going to be happy. People are going to be really pissed if Max wins, but at the same time, it would make sense.
Yeah, and I feel like MJF will beat all 3 of them just to piss people off.
Yeah.
But speaking of Jungle Boy, he had his moment defeating Roosh. People seem to be turning on Jungle Boy. Well, not turning on him, but seeing him as the weakest pillar. Now,
for sure.
Chad asked us a couple of weeks ago how we rank the 4 pillars, and I was like, MJF, Sammy, Darby, Jungle Boy. Bingo. And I do love Jungle Boy, but I feel like he's got the most to improve compared to the other three.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Darby is AEW through and through. Sammy has just evolved into this undeniable young megastar. MJF is fucking MJF.
Yeah, MJF is a one of a kind generational talent as he loves to proclaim, and he is very right to proclaim it.
But yeah, Jungle Boy I think would be the least likely to win this. As popular as he is, as likable as he is, I still think he has the most work to do out of these guys. Without any disrespect or anything.
No, it's not like it's a bad thing. It's not like it's a bad thing. But he has not established himself as a singles guy. I still look at him as the fucking Jurassic Express. You know, him and Luchasaurus. I know they had a feud. I know they broke up and the whole everything. I get it. He just never got out of that stage for me. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one that feels that way. I know he could be big. You know what I mean? He's the son of a fucking Hollywood star who passed away, you know, and his lifelong dream was to do this. You know what I mean? It's all heartfelt and heartwarming and the whole nine. You know, and I could see it. I just not right now. You know, build him. Build the fuck out of him. Start coming to California more if you need a kid to get over. Like, that's all you need, is just be in California. Fuck kids over is shit everywhere in this state. But you got to do something for him. Not just with him. Don't just put him in shit. You need to start doing stuff for him. Build him.
Yeah.
It can be done.
MJF is obviously right at the top. Darby and Sammy are at that level. But it can get to the next stage where Jungle Boy is just getting to that next level.
Yeah, he's fine. Like he's on a pedestal. Don't get me wrong, but that pedestal is like down here, while everybody else is like good 2 steps up. He's trying to get on that level, and he'll get there. Nobody's getting negative like that. He will get there.
We've just seen more from Sammy and Darby.
Yeah, well, they've had way more opportunity too.
True, especially Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see if there's a breakout new champion or if MJF proves he is the strongest pillar. So Shivani intended to interview Team Go Away, aka Jarrett and
Team Go Away
company. But FCR attacked, fucking knocking Satnam Singh off the stage was hilarious.
Oh, I died. I fucking was like, oh, I hope he's down forever.
Because I didn't even, well, I think I saw Dax coming through the curtain, but the camera was so close to Satnam, and then the next thing he was just fucking down there.
Great.
And it took him the entire segment to get back up. It was great. And it was going well until Jarrett and Co. turned the tables. And if things weren't bad enough with Jeff Jarrett on the verge of a fucking title win in 2023, and him being on TV every fucking week, Karen Jarrett debuts.
Oh my
Tony, what are you doing to us?
Fucking scared. First off, my first reaction was, who the fuck is this big bitch? And then I just heard a bunch of and I'm like, oh no. And I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. That's his fucking wife. And they're like, yep. And I'm like, great.
The Karenest Karen of all time.
We're officially in WCW.
I thought after Impact we had escaped Karen Jarrett's voice for one thing.
She didn't talk yet, so thank fucking
She hasn't talked yet, thankfully, but she's in AEW on TV now, so things just went from shit to shitter.
Right? The shitter's full, Jack. And it ain't flushing.
And I'm sorry that we're shitting so much on the Jarretts, but I don't need it.
No, I don't need it. It's like, I get it, dude. Jeff Jarrett is the ultimate heat magnet, and I think I admitted the other week that, you know, he's excellent at his job. There you go. I gave you the fucking props. Now, please go fucking home. Go home and take your wife and stay there, because they don't need a guy in near 60 years old, or already 60 in his fucking reality probably, to be fucking wrestling in a prime time spot in a brand new company where we're trying to actually build people, and the only person you have built is yourself. You didn't help Jay Lethal get better. Saddam Singh isn't bigger because of you. Fucking Sanjay Dutt's not any bigger because of you. Nobody is garnered from the fucking quote unquote Jeff Jarrett rub other than Jeff Jarrett.
Very true. I mean, we made the comparison to Sting last week. Jeff Jarrett's younger than Sting, but Sting hasn't elevated Sting. Sting, he's wrestled a couple of times and put on a performance, sure, but he's elevated Darby Allin.
Yes. He helped Darby. He made Darby. He helped push a kid. You've done nothing but push yourself.
And now your wife.
And now your fucking wife. Oh, fuck me.
Name call of the night was Tony Schiavone with Sanjay. Done.
Oh, yeah, done.
Even Taz couldn't help but crack up.
Oh, yeah, he was dead. He was like, well, obviously he doesn't like him. Taz is the best sometimes.
I think Taz accidentally sniggered. And then he realized he sniggered on air, so he couldn't ignore it, so he had to address it because Tony was like, Sanjay, dut, and you just heard Taz go,
Broke Taz.
and then Taz was like, I like the way he said dut. That was funny.
That is the one good thing I will admit that I like about Taz being on commentary. He gives that dark and Rampage feel where they're having fun. They're having fun with commentary.
There's no script for Taz.
It's beautiful. There should never be a script for fucking Taz. Never.
Oh, there should never be a script for commentary. Just let them do their thing. Look at how much Michael Cole's improved without Vince yelling in his ear all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Something I never thought we'd say. Look how much Michael Cole has improved. Wow.
But, well, hey, thanks to fucking the lack of Vince and some Pat McAfee, he got more than tolerable.
This is the thing. Maybe Michael Cole's always been good. We've just never had the opportunity to see it before.
Yeah, there was no personality, originality. There was regurgitate. Thank God somebody told him to stop.
We had another encounter between the Outcasts and Britt and Sheeta. I really find it difficult to care about this feud anymore. And again, we've got this women's feud on TV. We've still got no fucking Jade on TBS. Your TBS champion is still not on fucking Dynamite. Why?
You're pushing the fuck. Well, because she's officially become the face now of TNT or TBS because of. I guess TNT or what have you because of Collision or what have you. I don't know. She was used as a face on a display thing for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So it's like she's being pushed as this over the top thing. So it's like, great, then put her on your fucking main show. Like, come on, put her on the main show. You guys are leaving TBS to stay strictly to TNT. So put her on fucking the main show now. Put her on Dynamite. And yeah, that it chaps my ass. This was a fucking whatever match. Only positive is fucking Sheeta got new music.
Yeah.
Good for her. That's about it. Because I was like, who the fuck is this coming at?
But I just feel like we've seen it a dozen times now. It's just a run-of-the-mill tag match between the Outcasts and somebody involved with Britt Baker.
Yep.
There's some shenanigans, there's spray paint, and the Outcasts get the win. It's just rinse and repeat.
And Debo, baby.
All four of them brought the work, but give us something different, please. I'm tired of seeing these tag matches every week.
Yeah,
I know Saraya had a singles match every week, but still.
But that's where I'm going. That's where I'm leaning on is where are we? What are we leading to? What are we doing?
Yeah, haven't we already had Tony and Ruby and Saraya against Britt, Jamie, and Sheeta?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we've had the payoff match. Why is this feud still going?
Because I have no fucking idea. What are you gonna do? Women's war game?
We know now we're gonna get Jamie and Tony in a rematch for the women's title at Double or Nothing. But is that the end game?
That feels so fucking forced.
It does, yeah. There's been
So fucking forced.
It's been a team game the whole way through. Now all of a sudden, it's about these two for the women's title.
Right? It's like, huh?
Do better with the women, Tony.
ASAP, man.
And put Jade on your fucking TV show.
That's the first fucking thing you do. The first fucking thing.
What else we got? We got Roddy Strong and Jericho with a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Jesus Christ.
Old school hardcore match is what it was.
Fucking shit, dude. Fucking throwing each other everywhere, chopping the living dog piss out of each other. Fucking hell, Roddy. He's all like, I'm in Reseda. No, the fuck you're not, player. No, you're not in Reseda.
But
They were kids.
I guess the surprising thing was Jericho, the wizard, fell for the trap. Because he's got the injunction against Adam Cole. Adam Cole can't enter the building. Then he made the mistake of leaving the building as he was fighting Roddy Strong. So the fight spreads outside. Boom. There's Adam Cole. Baby.
Right, and it worked out beautifully. I mean, now granted, I was like, please be some water. Please be some water. Be like, if Bob the Fish has returned, be like, you want to swim with the fishes? Like, just give me like one cool like movie line and like throw him in some water. I would have fucking died. Bob Fish would have been the greatest guy ever, but no, they didn't do Bob the Fish. It's okay.
Nobody does the Bob Fish anymore.
He's boxing now.
Yeah, I just give us a throwback to Al Snow getting pinned in the Mississippi River, and that's when you know you've got a perfect Falls Count Anywhere match.
Fuck yes, dude.
But obviously this feud is far from over. Adam Cole did get one over on Jericho in this match, but I mean, we got to be building to their one-on-one match, which I don't think is happening at Double or Nothing because they've left it too late to book.
No, it fucking better happen at Double or Nothing. You understand me? You can't drag this out no more.
Well,
what more are you going to do?
Next pay-per-view is probably going to be... What's after Double or Nothing? Oh, Forbidden Door, yeah.
So, no, yeah, you're going to need... If Jericho isn't going to be on tour and he's going to wrestle and all that shit, same thing with Adam. You're going to need them for any possible international wrestling matches. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need them for an Okada, for fucking, whomever. I just feel like you can't push this till...
All In would be the next one.
And how far is that, though?
That's in end of August, which it would be a big match for the show. You finally get the payoff between Adam Cole and Jericho, but can you extend this feud? Can you ban Adam Cole from the building for 2 months? 3 months?
You would have to, in all reality, you would have to do something to Britt to get her off television for a long time. Did that forcing their hand to get Adam off television for a long time, but he just came back. So you blow it off. This has to go. This has to end the pay-per-view. Has to. Plus, isn't fucking Fozzy getting ready to go on tour?
Yeah, but Jericho doesn't seem to take breaks for the tours anymore. He just works.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he just fucking private jets it everywhere. Bang out a concert, just fucking sleep on the jet, go fucking work out, and go fucking wrestle.
Rock style lifestyle.
Must be nice. Shit.
We mentioned Jay White. He got a DQ win over Pretty Ricky. I'm not sure where we're going next with this one.
I don't know either. I don't know if many people. I don't know that Ricky Starks has many friends for him to have like a random one-off tag match, but I don't know. Maybe they'll have like a 2 out of 3 falls or something. I don't know. And in reality, I'm just like, is this just gonna be this? We have to do something, right? It's either Ricky Starks is gonna get a win for motivation or elevation, what have you, or it's gonna happen for Jay White. Question is when. So I don't know. I'm indifferent. For lack of better words, I'm indifferent. I need Jay White to start winning, but
not by DQ.
Not by DQ. Thank you. Not by DQ, because that's the fourth, maybe fifth DQ in all of AEW history.
Yeah, they're very rare.
Stupidly rare.
This ain't Monday night, pal.
Nor fucking Friday.
And of course, finally, the final segment. Don Callis's explanation that wasn't an explanation. He wasn't even going to give us an explanation, but he barely got out what he was going to say before Kenny interrupted.
It worked. It worked perfectly. This is awesome. Was it Anarchy in the Arena? Is what we're getting. So the giant pre-edited kind of match. Well, I don't know. They did it live last time.
Stadium Stampede is the giant pre-edited one. This one is just literally a brawl all over the arena.
That's right. This is the one where I've tried to remember this. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. So
and this time, I'm assuming we're not going to get Mox's music on repeat.
Yeah, please. No New Jack style.
Because I love that theme, but don't do that.
Yeah, no. Like, don't. Yeah, don't. But no, this is gonna be fun. I'm already really excited about it. It's great to see the Elite in full form. You know what I mean? The Bucks, Kenny, and Hangman with his fucking goddamn eye patch. It's great. I'm loving this. You understand? I'm loving it.
They set the segment up perfectly with all the security because it just enhanced the feeling that you had that if Kenny shows up, he's gonna fucking kill Don.
Oh fuck yeah.
So Don needs protecting. That's why all the security's here. But I mean,
all the protection.
Kenny just started smacking through him anyway. But Don started to explain his actions. Basically that he just felt Kenny was being ungrateful for everything good that's happened for Kenny in the last couple of years has been because of Don, basically.
Yeah, that's how he's playing it. And it's not terrible. I mean,
that's good storytelling.
In all reality, if you know about it, Don did help, the whole, I wouldn't say the rise of Kenny, but he was there to help make sure, when Kenny beat Okada, it's like, oh shit, well, what next? Well, why don't you wrestle Jericho? Like, he was the one that started to do that, and he was there for the latter part, or the end part, if you will, of his Japan run, and then coming to the States and stuff, so it's a long friendship amongst them. So it's crazy to see. I kind of hope Don Callis gets his ass beat a little bit and gets a little comeuppance, but we'll see. I mean, the guy did get a fucking gigantic gash in his head, but not but a month ago. So we'll see.
Yeah. So Kenny gets jumped by the BCC, who were pretty much they'd already jumped the Bucks earlier in the night.
Mm-hmm.
But man, the Bucks music hit. The Bucks come out. It's a great moment, and the gigantic pop for he's still got it.
Gigantic
pop for Hangman.
Gigantic.
And I feel like it was kind of downplayed a little bit, but we had that kind of emotional reunion between Kenny and Hangman, and it was basically just a look.
It was a look and a here's my weapon, because fucking Kenny's weapon is the barbed wire broom. So he's like, here you go, brother. And
so, Mox hands him the weapon. Is like, let's fucking do this. And then Hangman just leads the charge, very much like Thor in Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Just charging down.
Great.
It was like Cap had the line, but Thor had the roar.
Damn right. Works out perfectly.
So yeah, the Elite fully reunited. I think there was a pop when Hangman called themselves the Elite, like he's officially part of the Elite again. And yeah, we're getting Anarchy in Arena 2 at Double or Nothing.
Love it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be bloody.
Oh yeah. All right, that is all your AEW this week. Now let's find out this week's Geek of the Week.
Oh shit.
Pencil neck geek, gritty freak, scum sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek.
All right, let's keep it short, sweet, simple. Geek of the Week this week. I'm sure somebody said something stupid. I'm sure there's an entire gimmick on some dumbass shit people actually really said. But this week, I'm focusing more on what somebody did and is going to, I guess, continue to fucking do. And that's Matt Riddle. The helicopter man himself, as I've been calling him all this fucking week. When I heard about this, first off, my immediate reaction is, do you think you're Ric Flair? Because, I mean, that's my only other guess. He's trying to pull the like a Ric Flair impersonation. I don't see many people like Tommy Dreamer backing you up for shit like that, play guy. So I just don't understand. Like, I get it, homie. Like, you're dating a porn star, and I mean, I'd probably feel some extra type of way dating a porn star myself. But, helicopter that went online. Everybody's seen the helicopter, and then to make matters worse, I want to say it was the next day or 2 days later. You're posting pictures of yourself in this little itty bitty string ass like fucking thong bikini looking joint with your dongle all extra fucking out there, just to add insult to injury. So for busting out the helicopter without your flight experience and without fucking airline permission, Matt Riddle, you sir are the geek of the week, and put that fucking thing away. Son of a bitch. Nasty bastard.
Now on to brighter things. The best of the week.
Go.
We haven't talked about the match, so it's going to be somebody we haven't mentioned on the show yet this week. Basically had a great match on Raw. And the main reason I'm awarding him best of the week was for one move, which I thought was fucking beautiful. At one point, The Miz was on the ropes, facing outside, and Shinsuke just fucking slid under and gave him a German suplex off the ropes.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
No.
He used to pull that shit in Japan. I know exactly which move you're talking about. Yeah, fucking, he used to be brutal with that shit.
Yeah, so for the sliding German suplex, and also he was presented like the Shinsuke of old on Raw this week, with the full version of his music, the cape, the whole shebang.
You need to go watch Raw, okay?
Phoenix is gonna have to watch a Miz match. Best of the week goes to Shinsuke Nakamura. All right. We had guest wrestler earlier in the show. It was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And this week, y'all getting a promo.
Go.
Sorry, Jim. We're getting a promo on Hacksaw.
All right, let's do this thing. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, I can already hear it now. You carry around a 2x4 like you've worked construction your entire life. You were a cat that was recruited and committed to the University of Ohio State, yet you decided to go to Southern Methodist University to play football. Then give it up because you can't hang with the big boys, yet you went to where the big boys play. In all God's honesty, I'm over here fumbling and bumbling because I got nothing but respect for Jim Duggan. He is a guy that I watched as a young child and absolutely adored. So I prayed for his well-being. He's also in good health right now, so good for him. This 60-second promo is out of dear love. I appreciate you, sir. May you may keep the fight strong, make America great as they do, and ho right to y'all.
It is so tough when you have to cut a promo on somebody you love and respect.
Fucking love Jim Duggan. You kidding me? You could have given me any other asshole in the fucking goddamn game. Jim fucking Duggan.
I had Roddy Piper a few weeks ago.
I know. Fuck. That would fuck. It was hard just for me to fucking do that one. I was like, oh, this is either he's going to get it or this is going to be tough.
Yeah, but again, that promo was out of love too.
All the love, baby.
All right, thank you for spending your Thursday with us. Before we go anywhere, here's what Moses has for you pencil neck geeks this week on the A to B of Retro Rewind.
That's right. All right, so keeping it funky. As we know, the semester for myself is coming towards an end. So, again, Retro is officially on the hiatus, and it may or may not be true. I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. Retro may get swapped out for this day in Impact history or some bullshit. I got to think of some fun name. But the reality is we might start reviewing Impact. I think it might be a little easier to cover one show with a little bit moderner, a little more modern-ish of a style with a lot of storylines that are relatively recent. So it's going to be definitely a thought process that's going to continue to go through the TSK. And we'll have to figure out a full-blown idea at this point. So for right now, everything is still on hold. But with that being said, there's a lot for the TSK to do. We were talking about maybe properly booking Collision without CM Punk. We'll see how that goes. There's another one where we really want to book a Wembley card to really fully impact 100,000 people. If we had to expand it, how could we make sure that 100,000 motherfuckers show up? And of course, the last one I think was, oh, that's right. And this is another one that's for sure coming out. May the 31st, the fallout from Double or Nothing goes down in San Diego, California. Your boy will be there, probably hanging out with your man, Rob. We'll see how that goes. So check out some fun stuff from the TSK in full vlog form. Hopefully dropping, I don't know, what the first week of June.
All right.
I got to edit the bitch. So anyway, the only way you guys can check all that stuff out is by keeping up with all the socials. And you can find us on the evil Twitter machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMRPodNet. Make sure you're checking out the website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button or the follow button on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube. We're garnering a lot of attention. We appreciate y'all for it. The TSK is getting lots of views. The Daz and Mo Show are getting lots of views. But we need more subscribers. Tell your friends. Send it to them. Post us on TikTok if you want, Instagram, whatever. Share us so the masses know that y'all listening to Max Wrestling.
Yeah. Keep those big numbers coming.
Let's go.
And with that said, join us next week for Full House, our next special event. First ever special event created just for an AEW pay-per-view. All titles will be on the line and double predictions for Double or Nothing and Night of Champions.
Come on.
You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. And good night.
Once this is done, I will find you and we will go to war.
Teddy, see you next week.